Alright, let's see. Are we all good? I think we're all good. Okay, yep, there we go. I should get that. Hello, Owen. Good to see you. That queue was not meant to be there. Sorry, just checking. Doing those last minute checks quick. Okay. Hi, Whist. Good to have you. Okay. Give me just a sec. Audio good, thank you. Alright. God, I can't wait for this. I'm so excited for the next chapter. It's coming out tomorrow and I'm just so excited. Alright. So we're just continuing on where we left off last night. I'm just about to go see Kanika's mom for a tea leaf reading, I believe. I mean, I do know, but... There we go. Alright. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the three of you enter.
Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, you two. Hope you're both recovered from last night's fiasco.
Sorry, Mom, it's just Stella's missing and I...
Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. You need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours.
You know, I need to look into this more, but I feel like there's something more going on with this whole cold thing. Oh yeah, guys, remember how last week when I was doing the stream, my voice was fucking awful because I'd just gotten over being sick? It turns out I'd actually had COVID and didn't know until one of my coworkers was tested positive for it. It was my first time ever having it. So I survived that. Doing much better. I just thought I'd say that I didn't know I had that. Until just a couple of days ago.
Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea.
I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Writin about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you want to say to them.
I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears?
Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling it. Wow, thanks, Kanika. So glad you have my back. Bye, Writin. Kanika turns and heads toward the stairs without saying another word. Something isn't right here, but it's hard to put into words or pin it down into thoughts.
And I'm so sorry to be a bad host, Avery, but I was hoping Writin and I could do our reading in private. I'm sure Winnie needs help with the diner.
No, you're right. I've totally left her on her own today. Fine by me. I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes. I'm sure those leaves are very particular. Oh, before I go, I did want to ask. Are you a witch?
As flattered as I am that you think that I'm that magical, I'm just an old lady who likes tea and has a few unusual...
No, bullshit you are. You are 100% a witch, lady. We all know it. Don't you lie to my fucking face. Look, I'm just saying, doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned, but I won't push it. But just so you know, if you are a witch, you can totally tell us. We'll be cool about it. I'll leave you to your not supernatural private tea leaf reading. We'll catch up tomorrow, right? Alright, thanks for your support, Avery. They are too chill for their own good sometimes. They make their way out of the general store, disappearing down the street in the direction of the diner.
Shall we?
I feel like I should do a different voice for her. This old lady voice isn't really fitting too much. What's a good voice for her? Simple motions towards the tea room. Well, obviously I have to follow her. Don't have another option. Let's see. I don't know, I just feel like people don't want to hear me doing the crotchety, like that, doing that old lady voice, like this entire conversation. Also, hey, there's a picture of her husband. I think. Hard to tell.
Please have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup.
You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plants in the corner. Why is that so hard to say? Bright grow lights. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with the undercurrent of decaying earth. Is that normal? I don't really drink tea, so I have to ask people who do. Is that a normal? There's no way she's straight. No. No one in this game is straight. Let's be honest. Except maybe the cops, because they suck. And you can date her in this game. I just don't think I have the correct traits to get to that secret ending. It's the same tea you sampled with Avery at the diner on Tuesday.
I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat?
The little knowing wink. I see you, bitch. Take a little sippy sip. Take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. That doesn't sound normal. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. Tea smells more... that's fair. It's soothing beyond what you would expect out of an ordinary tea. There must be something magical at work in this blend. So how'd you wind up in Scarlet Hollow?
Oh, my family has been in these hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora.
Fuck. It's a very different...
So much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine.
Ooh, yes, I forgot about that. The other day you promised to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth. Please, give us some information. Give us the tea on my mom.
I most certainly did, though I might have exaggerated a bit for dramatic effect.
You fucking tease.
I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Pearlan was a lot like her great-grandmother Edwardine, which is to say she was not a kind woman.
You can just say she's a bitch. It's fine. They're both dead. And no one misses either one of them.
Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and...
Social grace.
With more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Yes, we all thought she would grow up to be quite the lesbian biker. And she did, but she also had you, so not quite a lesbian, I guess.
Why were Pearlan and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother?
Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young. Too young to be pregnant, especially with twin...
Oh, that's actually very sad.
She didn't survive the labor.
Well, what do you know about my grandma?
I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The youngest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother.
I feel like I know a lot about the... why are there no men in this family? It's like the last one died with, what was his fucking name? Cyrus? God, what was that mine owner who was a complete bastard? What was his name? Did the men even exist? Well, they must have at some point.
I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something, just as forget.
I don't think I've ever met a Stuart, but that name is pretty forgettable. Shaw. No, Shaw was the family that the Scarlets pinned the collapse on. Remember, Charlie Shaw was the name of the ghost?
From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once her grandmother found out she was pregnant.
What a bastard.
I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older and I believe she was the one who ended it, what with skipping town and all.
What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant?
She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries were something to do with religion. The Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I know.
Oh yeah, you missed those streams. No, so the Shaws were Charlie Shaw's father was a business partner to Silas, that was it, Silas. To Silas Scarlet, who owned the mine, and Silas used wood to make the beams to help hold up the mine that were just eaten through with termites and rotted, and he pinned the blame on the Shaw family. So it's called the Shaw Mine because it collapsed, and the Scarlets didn't want it to be associated with them, so they passed the buck.
But the way Vivian was that night when she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby.
Let's see, I can be rude or I can be somewhat polite. I'll go with polite. I like civil, so. What was all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, you can just come out and say it.
I'll need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me a full picture.
Finish the tea, I suppose. You close your eyes and take another sip, and then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it. The small cup empties, save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom.
Oh good, glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. It's laced with weed, my child. It should be kicking in any time now. You're about to go on a trip? The decay was the mushrooms. Now on to business.
Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge.
Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of the cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, and difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume.
It's called edible tea, enjoy space, yes.
My child, I can't believe you drank my forever weed tea. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in plain sight.
Oh, I'd like to see.
I'm sure it wouldn't make much sense for most people. It'll probably just look like a confusing mess of old leaves, but you're free to take a look.
Yep, that's a confusing mess of old leaves. Not sure what I expected, really. It's just leaves, and there's no patterns, nothing swimming together within the dregs of your tea to give you any warnings or premonitions. After a long moment, Sybil takes the cup back from you.
I hope that solved your curiosity. Don't worry if you couldn't make sense of it. It takes years to learn this sort of thing, even for someone with your propensities.
She winks conspiratorially.
I knew it, you witch!
Oh, the cat's gotta be Pixel. It's
The cat could be Dust.
Oh my god.
I can try to implicate Dustin. I'm not gonna do that. I love him.
To hear his wisdom. The wisdom of Dustin and Dustin's mom. How do I know you're not the cat? That's ridiculous. Sybil is helping you. If she was the cat, why would she warn you? Pick something up.
Okay.
That isn't you, though, is it? Ignore it and speak it.
What the fuck?
How do I know you're not the cat?
I suppose you...
Okay, that was weird. I don't think that's ever happened before.
I suppose you don't. Though I'd think the cat wouldn't exactly warn you about itself. Still, you can't rule anyone out, even an old woman with a tea obsession. You don't have to figure out the answer right away. It often takes time for their mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted.
It better not be Dustin. I couldn't handle Dustin being the traitor.
We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connected to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you.
I mean, I think it might be Wayne, but you know, whatever.
Judging by what you told me last night, these stone carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely that they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems your best course of action is to seek those
cravings. Fuck. God, I could go for a stone tablet right now.
Piece together what you can from your visions and arm yourself with
My bet's on Stella. I've never seen her in the same room as Wayne. I mean, kind of. Okay, to be fair, Stella was there when Wayne was first introduced, outside of Sybil's shop.
Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another?
Oh, yes I have. Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic.
Huh,
I don't remember that. I don't remember that little dragon there. That's cute. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic.
Yeah.
I think I felt another in the clinic.
That's good. If you can find your way inside and uncover another stone, that could give you a leg up on your adversary. You'll just have to be more careful. Be careful to avoid the doctor. Something tells me she won't take too kindly to you sniffing around her clinic. I think that's about all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers.
You helped last night. Why don't you come with me?
I may have been able to see through that spirit's illusions, but I'm not some kind of all-powerful entity. I'm an old woman. I have trouble with my knees and my eyesight isn't what it used to be. In most situations, I'd be more of a liability than a helpful companion. Imagine if I'd have been in the mines with you. Some use I'd be struggling to climb over rocks and ladders, throwing my back out from all the crouch.
Being old sounds like it sucks. I'm gonna be polite. I don't want to be mean. Thank you for telling me. Thanks for the help, I guess.
Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humouring an old lady and stopping by for a chat.
With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door.
And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough.
Sybil closes the door to the tea room. The bells of its door strangely flatten the stale air of the nearly empty general store. I'm gonna go check in on Kanika. You're not going anywhere before checking on Kanika. You make your way upstairs. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just gonna lie down for a while. I'm not your mom. Oh, right, and what's up? I could use a breather. Let's hang out for a minute. Sorry, right, my mom was right. I'm exhausted. I probably shouldn't push it or wind up worse off tomorrow. Huh? Well, I tried. Damn it, I wanted to hang out. Alright, to the clinic then. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. And the whispers. Oh, and a raccoon. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you toward whatever emits this compulsory frequency. Yes, Disney princess powers activate. Ask a woodland creature. Let's see, you quickly glance around, eyes trained in the underbrush. A flash of a striped tail grabs your eye immediately. Can I help you, Buster? Oh no, he talks like a mobster, I love him. Hey there, if you were trying to break into that house on top of the hill, how would you do it? What, just because I've got little hands and go through people's trash, I'm supposed to know how to break into places? Look next to the dialogue box, what? Oh yeah, the ditchling there. There's a hill that'll take you right. Sometimes, yeah, I knew you would. Don't tell them, okay? I like to sleep in their big piles of clothes. It's one of my few joys in life. Oh, don't worry. Your secret's safe with me, Mr. Raccoon. Yeah, I know. I see him. It's right there. And right there. And there's Wayne. Oh, not even really being so low, dude. He leaves as you turn back to look at the clinic. You have your way in. I could just... Or I could knock on... Let's see, just go through the clinic, no one will see you, make your way up the hill and onto the terrace, knock on Reese's basement windows. Let's see. You know, I don't think I've actually tried this way before. You're pretty sure you can make the jump from to the second floor, at least with a running start. You make your way up the hill and bend your knees in anticipation, and then you jump. Wayne better run or I'll kiss him. Ah, yes, I can see why you're suspicious of Stella, because you don't want to be suspicious of Wayne. You land and try the door. It's unlocked. The upstairs of the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets, and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. You know, I've never actually gone up this way. I've done the going through the front door, and I've done the knocking on Reese's window, but this is my first time actually going up like this. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You're here now, and it knows you're here, and you know exactly what it is. Another stone carving, eager to show you its secrets. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards the dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar as if inviting you to enter. Oh god, dead body. You're in the morgue. Ah, zombie! Writin, what are you doing in the morgue? Vampire! That's not how you spell vampire. What are you doing in the morgue? Bitch, what were you doing at the Devil's Sacrament? I'm sure it looks weird. It's not like I expected anyone to come down here. I was just, you know, practicing a rehearsal. That's grim, dude. I see. Being among the dead brings you comfort? I guess. You haven't really given it a lot of thought. His words seem distant to you. A tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pull. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of look possessed for a second there, you good? You make him understand. Use your words. Don't let this fervor consume you. Be present in the moment. You inhale deeply and take in your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body storage drawers is labelled Perlan Scarlet. Ooh, examine your aunt's body. You step forward and pull her out the drawer. Ah, she's hideous! So this is your Aunt Perlan, Cole Baroness of the Scarlet Mines, and local she-devil that it seems no one, not even her own daughter, was able to mourn. This is not the first corpse you've seen, but it feels the same as any other. She's an empty body now, the warmth and energy of life now dissipated. The same as your mother was, and the same you'll be one day. Cheery. Cold air rises from her bluish skin, her vacant, filmy eyes staring up at nothing. You try to imagine what she may have looked like alive, and breathing, slinging subtle insults at the townfolk, but it's hard to picture any expression on a face so stiff and cold with death. Oops. Making sure she didn't walk off. Poke her just to make sure. Just... wouldn't be surprised if she did. A judgmental zombie would be just my luck. Yeah, I'm gonna say that one. That would suck. Zombies are so overdone. If supernatural shit is gonna keep happening in Scarlet Hollow, I hope it's something more original than that. I'll make sure the doc locks the door from now on, just in case. Having seen what there is to see, you slide the door back and close it. Yeah, sorry for being weird, dude, but yeah, the mines had a stone carving on the other night, as did Oscar's house yesterday. They've been giving me visions, and I can sense one on the other side of the wall. I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but... You know, I feel like I wasted, wasted the graveliness by giving that to Tabitha, not Reese. It's fine. If you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the doc out of her hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the doc out of her hair? Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time it's true anyway. Hey, you use what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Exactly. Thanks for understanding. Don't mention it. If there's anything I can do to actually be useful, I'm happy to help. I'll be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You know what? Same dude. You can hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom? He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out though. Really? I thought I'd just pick some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice, and some ginger ale too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask, I know you're probably busy. It's no problem, it doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone, just lie in bed till I get back. Thanks, Mom, I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall when the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatrical rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Come on up, we don't have long until he's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is. Though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around, let's try the dog's office first. You make your way oh, an aloe vera plant, nice. You make your way through to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right, a cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family's name on them. Okay. No, we gotta read the files, obviously. Reese stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Ooh, let's see Perlan's. Cause of death, sleep apnea. Oh, is that a snake plant? Could have sworn that was aloe vera. It'd make more sense to have aloe vera there. Discovered by her daughter, Tabitha Chrysanthemum? Her middle name is Chrysanthemum? Okay. Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. I feel like that was forbidden knowledge. Edwardine's death certificate. Born April 9th of 1913, died February, age 89, heart failure, signed by her granddaughter Perlan. Pretty normal, almost made to 90, died of normal old person illness. Enoch. Born 1887, died August, blah blah, age 69, nice. Cause of death, fall from cliff. This one has a coroner's report attached. Organ sustained impact injuries, lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Whoa, an actual autopsy report. Looks ancient. Ooh, what are the other ones? You quickly flip through a few of the other Scarlets, whose names aren't quite as familiar. Theodore Scarlet. Born then, died then, age 28. Crushed in mine collapse, body not recovered. Signed by his brother. Joseph Scarlet. Louis Scarlet. Both killed at Normandy. Okay. Must have been Edwardine's brothers. Certificate of fetal death. Infant boy. Andrew Charles Scarlet. Oh. Cause of death. Complications during birth. No doctor present. Home burial. Alexandra Scarlet. Jeez, going. Age 9. Missing person. Owner of the doll. She went missing. Mary Bell Scarlet. Age 17. Complications during... Oh. Wow, she was fucking young. Ah, that's a lot of kids to outlive. Reese's eyes flick up to the doorway, and the second lady hear the sound of the front door handle being turned. His hand is on your shoulder before you can even register what's happening, and you're pushed back and out of view of the front door. Shit, I'm not supposed to be in here. We gotta hide. He hurries to the closet door, motioning you inside. You slip past him and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is close at your heels. Well, obviously he gets to come in. Also, just notice his ears are pointy. Was this pointy before? Together you listen as the doctor makes his way to some room deeper in the clinic. In the silence of the tiny closet, every breath sounds too loud, as if you could expect Dr. Kelly to hear it from wherever she was across the house. We'd better wait a second just in case. Yeah, I'll quietly wait for the danger to pass. I could flirt with him, but honestly, I'm not really feeling it. He's not my type. Also, he's looking weirder and weirder by the second. The two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards, broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway just outside of your hiding spot. The footsteps return. They get louder, approaching the open office door, and then they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. Oh, thank God. We're in the clear. We've probably only got a minute or two until she comes back, so let's make it count. Oops, didn't mean to click that. The medical supply room is probably our best bet. If any other room in the clinic is likely to have the fire axe, probably the room full of chemicals. This way. He motions you down a hallway, slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume to be the supply closet. Yes, there it is. Keys. Here we go. He rushes over to the cabinet that contains a bright red axe pulling the glass. Oh, look how happy it is. That's all any boy wants, to be able to hold a big fuck off axe. Your axe. My knight, thank you. Now we can... Reese pauses, turning to listen intently. That was the door of the house. That was the door from the house. Come on, if we hurry, we can get you back downstairs. I'll run interference. Go downstairs quick. You can hear her approaching now, floorboards creaking in the hallway of the other side of the office. You follow Reese's instructions, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. I like it. I like how you can never, see your hands in this game. You have no idea what you look like, mostly. But you do have that you just have an axe in your field of view now. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we did already have juice. It's just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all the industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. You listen to music that sounds like the wall being broken down? Of course I do. I'm sad all the time. Realistic, yeah. Glad my taste in music is finally coming in handy. It's exactly the cover we need. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of that wall. I should warn you, something spooky might happen when we break down that wall. Reese smiles. Good. Feels like I've been missing out lately. Wall, now! Wall, 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 wall. May I make the first blow? Go for it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There is some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Hang on a sec. That's a wheelchair. Like a really, really old fucking wheelchair. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. The thick stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. Yeah, he does. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing, rotting away for decades beyond some flimsy drywall. Someone doesn't... Let's see... Things... I'm probably gonna pass out, don't worry. Someone doesn't want us to find these carvings. I wonder if it's whoever put them there, or if it's someone else. Whatever the reason, they went through a lot of effort to hide this one. I wonder if the doc even knows about this wing. Yeah, like I said, he's, yeah, he had long fingernails, now they're claws. He is slowly getting weirder, we'll say. You step forward into the unknown. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. The final wall concealing the carving is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. Tear into it. Ah, this one is weird. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research, and I found it as an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I went to talk with the witch. Witch? But that's nonsense. It's all right. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. That's right, Doc. Well, yeah, everything is sorted. Okay, cool. His body was never recovered. Whoever it was that claimed to be Theodore, it wasn't him. Wasn't even paralyzed, as it turns out. Just some grifter trying to take advantage of the tragedy. Yeah, sure, buddy. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you'd slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Are you okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened? No mountain collapsing, no ghost? No, nothing. You just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. But you have a delicate constitution. Wow, okay. Maybe there's something spooky. Yes, but you have a delicate constitution. What? It wasn't super far or anything. I just picked you up and carried you. I might be sick, but that doesn't mean I'm made of paper. Dude, you have the proportions of a Barbie doll. You are not healthy. I can still do things normal people can do. I'm sure I'll pay for it later, but I didn't want to leave you to wake up in that musty hallway. Or the morgue. I appreciate that. Also, nice Hellraiser posted, my dude. Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house when she was busy in the medical storage room. Didn't call an ambulance when I started seizing? Stella said you said it's something similar a couple days ago. I figured it might just be something that happens to you every now and then. I mean, it kind of is. It's not normal, but it kind of is something that happens. I know I wouldn't want someone calling an ambulance for me every time I had an episode. Going to the hospital sucks. Well, I did have a vision. Like a hallucination. I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would... Oh, that's when hallucinations, buddy. Let's see... My family has dark secrets. What if these visions are? Carvings are clearly drilled into some... Yeah, sure. No, I don't think Teddy died of a mind collapse. That's a weird thing to cover up, but not too surprising. An old family like that usually has at least a few secrets, but hopefully that's all ancient history. Yeah, I don't think it's staying ancient history, my friend. It's not like it's easy to cover up deaths these days, right? I should probably get going. Stella's still missing, and the stone here finally stopped yelling at me. That might be a little tricky. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine, and she's not happy about it. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. You blocked your door? It was just a precaution. I don't think I can underestimate her at this point. For the first time in a while, I don't feel like roadkill, and I'd rather keep it that way. I don't need her coming down here and forcing any medicine on me and doing God knows what to you to keep you quiet. Right. So... But now... So what is the plan exactly? Maybe I panicked a little, but the way she was talking through the door, saying I should take my pills, I just... took what few precautions I could. It's not ideal, but at least it buys us some time to figure out what to do. We should treat her as a serious threat. This might sound strange, but I think she's gone to desperate lengths in the past. There are these weird memories I have. I always assumed they were just dreams or hallucinations, but now I'm not so sure. I think she used tranquilizers on me. Other times I've gotten too unruly for her. Dude is acting weirder than usual. Just pacing around everywhere like a caged tiger. I don't know how much of these memories I can trust, but I'm starting to think I should believe my instincts when it comes to the lengths she's willing to keep me under her control. We'll wait until she's asleep, then we can at least get out of the basement and we can figure out what to do from there. Why didn't you take your medicine exactly? Because it makes me feel like shit. I was fine yesterday until the doc made me take my pills, and I was fine all day today. What's the harm in going a day without, right? And now that I'm not taking it, it's like all these weird little memories that come rushing back. Bad memories. I don't think the doc's a good person. I don't think she wants me to be healthy. I don't think she wants me to see people. Now that I'm waking up to that truth, I don't think there's any going back for either of us. Oh, okay, I guess we'll just... Okay, sure, let's just find a distraction until it's safe to leave. A distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. No, really! It didn't show at all! It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. You could always drop... I believe you owe me a showing of Shi no Chi Deathblood. I believe I do. That's so silly. I love that. Reese gets the movie set up and joins you on the bed. Let me know if it gets to be too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people react to the sorts of things I watch, but I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. We're a little late for that, my dude. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time, what with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course, the fact that its inhabitant has been practically homebound since his teens. I've seen a couple of this director's other films, and they're all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV show recordings that then wind up tying back into the narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. Ah, hey, Fangs. Wonderful. I can't believe I'll be able to just do things from here on out, like watch movies with another person. Or talk to people, ever. You can hear a difference in the energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of medicine. He's uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. Something is changing inside him. Yeah, Reese, you feel different, like your whole personality is changing. Is everything okay? Everything is more than okay. I haven't felt this good I don't think I've ever felt this good. The man on the screen yells portents of doom into the camera off the wordless scream. The plot is really starting to heat up. I love that there are all these distinct sort of vignettes, little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then it sees you back, incredible, cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. It's probably safe to assume he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now, what with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. It's more than just something that's changing in Reese, it's everything. There's a knock on the window. Hey Wayne, what's up? Writin, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. That voice. I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the window. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. I don't feel safe. I don't think yet. Come on, Ryan isn't gonna hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone yet, probably. Who knows? He's threatened people, but that's not... Yes, he will. Oh, he's furious with me. Can't you hear it? But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Writin. Okay, but oh boy, here we go. The window shatters. Alright, so this is where the content warning for this episode comes in, guys. Violence, disturbing imagery... and depending on what choices you make, potential death of another character. Ah boy, here we go. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases. His ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, he'll pull you out. Oh good, he's got a tail! Leave us alone! Hey Reese, how's it going, buddy? In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off and Wayne along with it. Oh boy. You know what, chat? I'll let you decide what to do for this part. Run for the stairs to stay where I am. That's rat tail, buddy. Also, those things are sleeping on your bed and biting your computer. Oh no, what do you think, chat? Okay, that's one vote for run. You feel like running is bad. Let's see. And does a third person want to chime in here? Because we have a tie so far. Otherwise, I'll just have to, like, grab a quarter and flip a coin. I'll just grab a quarter. 1 sec. Okay, so heads. So it's gonna be heads for stay. Sorry, heads for run, tails for stay. That's heads. We're gonna run. You've seen enough to know you need to leave. You run up the stairs. Door is blocked by a chair. And then it's blocked by something else too. Oh good. Try and tear through them, I suppose. You toss the chair out of the way and do your best to tear through the paintings covering the door. It reforms and regenerates too quickly for you to claw your way through. Defeated, you turn back to the basement. The remainder of Reese's paintings await their artist's command. It's okay, stay right there. I can take care of this. Then she won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. I'll be right back. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his creations. You know what? I don't want to get Tabitha involved. Yeah, let's try and warn Dr. Kelly. You make your way through the door that beckoned to you yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror, and his name is Reese. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster, preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. Duck! Well, duck, obviously. You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud, there's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, you bitch. No. How did you? Hey Wayne, what's up? As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between the cracks in the wood, Reese's panic pulling it in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemy in place. The artist darts away, but his creations continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Let's see, Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place. Oh, I just said that. Let's run after Dr. Kelly. You run forward, braving the onslaught of Reese's creations, dodging them as best you can as you try to see where Dr. Kelly went. The door in front of you is smothered in paint. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You, Writin. What, me? I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help both of us. What the hell is your son, ma'am? I wish I knew. He was fine until he hit puberty. Everyone said raising a teen was going to be a bitch, but they didn't know the half of it. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Alright, I guess we'll go there. This is great. I love being in danger. You turn back around and head to the medical storage room. I'm here. Great, now listen to me. I need you to use the black tape key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled Carfenitil. Bear tranquilizer. You hit him with a bear tranquilizer, oh my god. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Right, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody else, just her. Okay, yeah, nice change you're going through, dude. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down to the basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence.
I feel amazing right now, better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous, she's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for all she's taken from me.
I just want to go home. God. I'm not gonna let you kill someone, Reese.
Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know those tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she care?
Trust me, Reese, I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you.
Tell yourself whatever lies you need to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance. You decided to convince me I was dying instead of just letting me exist. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now that the consequences are staring you in the face. Enough!
Oh, God, he got him by the shoulder. Oh, sorry, Reese has huge fucking hands. Reese cries out in pain.
Ah, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then.
The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Yeah, gonna grab them. You do as she says. The tranquilizers are easy to find, marked with a small square of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman. Head to the safe room. So I'm making the, just so people know, I'm making the choice that, you know what, I'm just not going to spoil anything. If you play this and you make a different choice, I'm not going to tell you what happens. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves the door open, slowly breaking apart the massive paint sealing it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. Gross. She stomps on it. Paint and viscera splatters across the cement floor. It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. What is this room? Old X-ray room. Lead walls. After I realized this whole situation was a possibility, I had the door reinforced with special remote-controlled locks. Glad I could finally come in handy. Alright, let's talk Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some... Yeah, I do! Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. When did you find out? A little after he hit PBD. He had all the usual changes, then a few extra. Thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder, had him checked out by a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument, and he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like what he is now, just a couple inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared, and he could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was a one-off, maybe a hallucination, but the second time it wasn't as subtle, and didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure that there was something beyond my realm of expertise. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this, maybe 4. Depending on what counts, this is the worst by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now, there's only so much I can do to control him. Okay, what is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him, and we've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him when he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hellbent on ripping my throat out, so I guess they'll just have to remain a mystery. Was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps into Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone, I just woke up pregnant. You just woke... Okay, so Reese is the result of virgin birth. Is Reese Jesus? Am I committing a grave blasphemy by helping you trank up Jesus? I was gonna say Jesus looks a lot different than I thought, but then again, if the first time he came around he got nailed to a cross, I might come back a little angrier, I'm sure. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep. Okay. So she got fucked by her sleep paralysis demon. What the fuck? Then all of a sudden my period stopped. I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. Yeah. The relationship between you seems difficult. Yeah, you could say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready, but he made me love being a mom. It's not like it was going to be sunshine and roses forever, no matter what. Kids grow up and they change, sometimes for the worst. This is part of being a mom too, doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world isn't going around eating people. Okay, but how do you know he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number 1. Okay, fair. It's not like he's usually a violent kid. He's mostly just sad. But every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns to a 12-foot monster with a million teeth, and rips someone apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. God. I can fix him. I'm not gonna say that. God, no. Why not just kill him, though? You think I haven't tried? At the very least, poison... Wow, okay. I could... Wow, okay. Yeah. I can't bring myself to do that. It's the kind of thing to him. I couldn't look him in the eye while I did that, and then he'd just be gone. I don't want him to be gone. He's my kid. I love him so much. He has a lot to offer the world, even if he's stuck in his room for the rest of his life. Alright, I guess. So what's the game plan, then, lady? Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. We all live happily ever after. Yeah, I see no flaws with that plan. Sarcasm, that's so Scarlet of you. Don't you family name me, bitch. It's okay, no, it's not a perfect plan. That's better than the alternative, being torn to shred by my own kid, or having to figure out how to kill someone I love who may or may not be unkillable. Okay, any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. Alright, I guess we just wait for Reese to show up. There is no happy ending with this chapter at all. There is no good decision here. A sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Get those tranks ready. We have to get this door open before he crosses the hallway. Dr. Kelly opens the door, and the two of you stare in the hallway. Oh boy, yay. Oh, I don't love that. Oh, no. I'll say the art direction for these things is this is fantastic. And also, ew. Oh, I don't like that. Is this what you are so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers, this is our shot. You hand Dr. Kelly the tranquilizer darts. Dr. Kelly quickly reloads them into her gun, leveling the barrel at her son. Writin, I thought we were in this together. Thank God. I don't feel good about this, by the way. I don't like the decision I made. But I've also made the other decision, and I don't like that one either. Dr. Kelly sighs heavily, staring down at the warped figure of her son. I can track him in the safe room on my own. I'll meet you in the front when I'm done. Alright, have fun, lady. You return to the entrance of the clinic. Everything is quiet now. Only streaks of paint where Reese's minions had once roiled out of the cracks in the wood. I hope you understand this needs to stay between us. I don't care how much you feel like you need to share what would just happen with other people. The more people know about this, the more trouble it is for me and for him. I don't need any more well-intentioned escape plans. Can I come visit him? As long as you don't bring anyone else? Yes, I think that would probably be good for him. This could probably have been handled with therapy. Like, therapy, and also like a vampire hunter and like a witch and like a cryptozoologist on hand to help with that. I feel like there are better ways for this to go, but you know. I can't promise he'll want to see you, or that he won't have some harsh words if he does. But I don't want him to be entirely isolated. Do you think you'll let his friends in on this? She heaves a sigh. I'll have to think about it. We run the risk of one of them trying to break him out. But if he's stuck in a windowless room with no internet or no friends, that's a one-way ticket to insanity. Then I'd have an insane monster on my hands. Stella in particular would be a problem. That girl never knows how to mind her own business or follow other people's rules. And she would have absolutely no fear of what might happen if he was cut loose. Kanika, I might consider. She's got a bit of a bleeding heart and pretty inflexible morals, which could be a problem. On the other hand, I don't know how well she can keep a secret, and if Stella found out, then Kanika would probably be convinced to do a jailbreak and then it'd blow up in my face. Yeah, I agree. There's... God, being a parent sounds really hard. You can probably tell I put a lot of thought into this. It's the same calculation I've been doing for years, debating whether or not I could be fully upfront with any of them instead of just pushing them away and hoping they didn't notice what was really going on. She sighs again. Maybe I'll get him a kitten or something. Like they did for Coco the gorilla. Might as well give him a tire swing while I'm at it. Some enrichment for his enclosure. I hate that I have to do this to him. Oh yeah, sorry about your wall, by the way. You know, magic stone and all that. Okay, thanks for the heads up, I guess. I'm sorry. I tried to get you to stay away for a reason, but what's done is done. He was bound to figure it out sooner or later. I'm just glad there was an extra pair of hands around. Could have gone a lot worse. As much as I'd love to stand around chatting, I have to get to work. Gotta clean this place as best I can before tomorrow. And you should probably get home. It's dark, I'm sure your cousin is worried about you. She probably is. Can I hug her? You put your arms out for a hug. No offense, but I'm not yeah, that shows. See you later, Writin. You know, I can definitely see how some people would find her very, very hot and attractive and all that stuff. Closes behind you. She's definitely not my type. But I can definitely see why. I can definitely see... I can see the theoretical appeal of what got so many people to want to date her, that Black Tebby Games added that in as, patched in a romance for her. The night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day. Crickets singing quietly in the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream. Now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. Go home? What about Stella, though? Oh, here we go. Before you can get to her, you're interrupted by the sound of panting and the telltale jingle of dog tags. It's the militia! The pupper you hear. Doggo Brigade. They pour out of the woods to stand before you on the road. Oh my god, hang on. Look at Travis' paws. Oh my god, he's so round. I love this dog. He's so fluffy, he's so round. Look at these good dogs. What the fuck is happening to me? You were looking for Gretchen, weren't you? We found her in a person. They're by the side of the road, a little ways to the woods. They're both fine, but the human wouldn't leave when we tried to make her, and Gretchen insisted on sticking by her side, so we'll have to take you to them. Hopefully you can use your people words. Hopefully you can use your people words to get them... Yes, I will use my people words. The woods are crawling with those awful creatures. It's not safe anymore, even for a human. You are very, very good dogs. Lethal... There's two ways to abandon her. That's so mean. You are all very, very good dogs. The best boys and girls. Yes, we are good dogs. Hear that, Scraps? I'm not in it for the accolades, Daisy. I just do it to help those in need. Scraps, you hero. You legend. What a Chad. You let the dogs lead you into the wilderness, following on their heels as they take you to Stella's hideaway. Before long, the trees thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by the two-lane road, lined on one side by sheer rock. And there, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. And there they are. Keep them safe. Be seeing you, speaker. You sit on a log beside Stella. Writin, how did you... She looks over her shoulder in confusion. Is that a gang of dogs? Look at Gretchen, so majestic. I love this game so much. This game is amazing. I'm so glad my compatriots could be of service. I simply couldn't survive another night without my nice soft bed. Scraps and Daisy formed a militia. It's a long story. They helped me find you. Huh, neat. Stella, please just... talk to me. I'm begging you. Stella faces you for a moment, desperate eyes trying to force out words a part of her thought she would never have to say out loud. And she turns back to the road. This is where the accident happened. My parents died on this bend of the road. They were taking me to college. I was lying in the back seat. It had just rained and the sun was finally coming out. Oh man. Sorry, I know that's probably a bummer to talk about. It was awful, really messed me up for a while. I think I'm still messed up. There's whole years of my life after the accident that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. At least, it hasn't been like that for a while, thank God. I've never talked about this stuff before with anyone. Take her hand. You reach out to her, taking her hand. It's warm against the cool night air and the skin of her knuckles is soft. She finally tears her gaze from the road, her sad eyes meeting yours. But the hint of a smile creeps up the corners of her mouth, her dimples beginning to crease. Her hand shifts, her calloused palms fitting into yours, her grip tightening. It's strong and comforting. You can tell she feels held, and so do you. The two of you stare at the road. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so eventually I gave up. Then last night happened. And I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. And I was like... Sorry, I had to blow my nose. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. Put an arm around her shoulder. You carefully place your other arm around her shoulders and pull her close to you. You feel her chestnut hair against your cheek. She smells a little sweaty and a little sweet, the faded scent of her shampoo mingling with the natural perfume of her skin. It's nice. You take a deep breath, stroking her arm with your thumb and letting her lean into you. I'm not crying, no. That is just voice acting. I have played through the scene twice already, so I don't cry at it anymore, but it does still hurt. She rests her head against your shoulders, closing her eyes serenely. That hint of a smile spreads into a barely constrained grin that finally chases away the worry in her features. Well, we could always just wait a little longer. Stella nestles into you, her well-muscled shoulder relaxing against your body. You share each other's warmth as you both stare at the quiet mountain road. Gretchen pants lazily in Stella's lap. Nothing happens. Nothing continues to happen for a few long minutes. I think I'm ready to throw in the towel. It's not like I would want to see them like that anyway. I guess I came out here hoping I might get a chance to say goodbye or something like that. Since I didn't get a chance when they were alive. Yeah, God, just because they weren't there doesn't mean they don't love you, wherever they are. That's a nice thought. I've thought a lot about what might come after, whether they're somewhere else or if they just stopped existing. I guess we've seen at least some evidence of the afterlife. I hope that means that there's a good version too, where they're still on that long car ride listening to Dad's tapes, with a place in the backseat for me when I eventually catch up to them. And then it won't matter that I never got to say goodbye. You could always say goodbye. No, I'm not gonna. That sounds. They died with your future on their minds. It's time for you to start living it. You and Stella sit in thoughtful silence for a long moment, as if both of you still expect something to happen. You're right. There's a new conviction in her voice. What the hell am I doing, sitting out here waiting to see some awful memory of them? They wouldn't want me to do that. I don't think I realized how much I let this weigh me down. They were excited to bring me someplace new, but I spent the last however many years just standing in place like I was waiting for them to come back home. They would be crushed if they knew that's how I was going to spend the rest of my life, so I'm not going to let that happen. You both stare at the quiet mountain road. Thank you, Writin. I feel lighter. She straightens up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags jingling in the quiet night air. I know that stretch. That's the time to go home stretch. Thank the Lord, I'll be sleeping in my own bed tonight. Thank you, Writin, for talking some sense into this girl. You should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. Yeah, she doesn't need to hear about... I don't think she needs to hear about Reese tonight. For now, at least. Just... I don't suppose I could ask you to walk me up? I would be delighted. Of course, lead the way. I would never let you walk home alone, my friend. She smiles, she scoops Gretchen up under her arm, and the three of you make your way back down the mountainside, returning to the sleeping holler below. This is me. Do you want to come in? Tip, dialogue. Thank you. Romance. Wonderful. I'm sorry, but I'm not I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stella. I see you just as a friend. Let's see. I should get back to the state. Tabit is worried about me. Stella's expression sinks a little, though she tries to hide it. Oh, yeah, she probably is. I shouldn't have kept you out so late. I'm sorry. Hopefully she doesn't give you an earful because of me. I better get to bed. See you tomorrow. Thanks again for coming out there to find me. I didn't realize how much I needed to just talk to somebody. See you tomorrow. Oh my god, see, this is why everyone needs therapy. Everyone needs to talk to somebody. She gives you a tired wave before retreating into her house. Time for you to go. Hi, Wayne. What's up, buddy? He appears, as if out of nowhere, clothes streaked with what at first looks like blood and gore, but you quickly realize to be paint. Evidence of his altercation with Reese. I'll walk you. You know what? Yeah, I appreciate the company. Shall we? Wayne walks just ahead of you in near complete silence. Let's see. You can flirt with him, by the way. It's like, oh yes. I don't know if I want to. It's like, ah yes, the rotting cadaver of my cousin's ex being piloted by an unknown entity that recently threatened one of my friends. Let's see. Did you know that Reese was like that? You know what? I might. We'll see. I knew he was different. How exactly, I wasn't sure, but now I know. You know what? I'm just gonna save real quick so I can come back and flirt with him if I need to. Let's see. Thanks for looking out for me tonight. Anytime you find yourself in danger, I'll be there for you.
I will always be there for you.
Let's see here. I thought you might have done something bad to Stella.
Didn't have to. She didn't have it in her to stand by your side. Remember that. She won't be there if you need her.
Let's see. Save real quick, just to be sure, since I know you guys really want to see what happens when you flirt with him. I found my family's death records today. Things aren't adding up.
Good. You're starting to see the holes then.
Yeah, in you.
Look for more.
Let's see. Okay, fine. Flirt with Wayne. Can't stay away, can you? You must really like me.
I do, and I'm concerned for you. I want to make sure someone is always looking out for you. Think of me as something of a guardian angel, if you'd like.
Okay, you know what's actually very interesting about that? If you have both the mystic and the perception, I think it's keen eye or something, the perceptive trait, it actually you can actually identify that he has been following you for a very long time. Might not necessarily be Wayne himself that has been following you, but some kind of entity has been following you since before you even came to Scarlet Hollow. Why are you following me around? Why not Stella or Kanika or Sybil? Why not Tabitha?
Because you're special.
Okay, but why am I special? Tell me. You simply are. Fuck you. Don't feel the ties that.
Do you not feel the ties that.
They are unbreakable. Okay. Seems like Reese gave you a run for your money. Wayne emits a strange kind of coughing sound. You realize he's laughing.
He managed to catch me off guard. These constructs of his were an interesting little trick. But that's all they were.
I thought you wanted me to stay in the estate. Aren't you going to lecture me?
You are free to make your own decisions, and those decisions have been made. I know that something pulls at you, and now it's started. I know that you cannot stop until your task is finished. I'll keep you safe while you do what you must.
I don't like that. Okay, whatever. Continue on in silence.
I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try to spend some time in that old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. And you might be surprised at what you find.
Are you living in my basement?
Until then, sleep well.
It's hard to do that voice. He disappears into the underbrush. Go home.
You're back. I was wondering if something happened to you, or if maybe you'd forgotten about our ice cream plans.
I wouldn't miss cousin bonding time for the world, Tabitha. Let's do it. God, this... Okay, I know I've said this before, but I feel so bad for Tabitha. Like, it's so obvious that her mother has just... Her mother's controlling nature has just destroyed her social life, her ability to make friends, everything. Tabitha is so lonely. I feel so bad for her.
I'm kind of glad I won't be eating alone tonight, thanks.
You follow your cousin to the kitchen, where she pulls out 2 pints of banana chocolate chunk. Oh man, now I want ice cream. I don't think I've ever actually done this ice cream date with her either. So, this is new to me too. She puts one on the table and wordlessly thrusts the other into your hands.
I'm sure there's a lot you want to talk about, but we're both here, we're both safe, and we've both had a long week. Let's just exist together.
Yeah, you're right, West. I really like that the game lets you bond with her. I think I'm going to actually make an essay on this game at some point. I think I'm gonna wait till after Chapter 5 comes out and we play through that. But I really like the themes of family that there's been interwoven throughout this game, and I really want to talk about it. And I'm gonna have a lot to say about Tabitha when I do. Just, yeah. I just got an achievement. Ice cream social. Unwind with your family after a long day. The two of you stand in the kitchen, quietly eating banana-flavored ice cream while Frou-Frou purrs gently in her sleep nearby, an oasis of calm. But as Tabitha's spoon scrapes upon of her empty pint, the moment ends.
Alright, I'm off to bed. You should try and get some sleep too. Here's hoping tomorrow is uneventful, right? Thanks for this. Your cousin leaves for her room, your body breaking down from the stress of the day's events. There's nothing left for you to do but head to bed. Yep, go to bed. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese, trapped in that tiny windowless room, all his greatest fears realized, his body no longer his own. But you stopped him from killing Dr. Kelly. The world, at least for now, is protected from him. And then you think of nothing. Alright. And that is the end of chapter 4, of episode 4. Episode 5 finally awaits. Right. So the new chapter comes out tomorrow, I believe. It either came out today or it's coming out tomorrow. I believe they said it's coming out on Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow. So I'm not going to be streaming it tomorrow because I just need a day to myself, and I've not had one for a while. But I will be streaming... Yeah, we do. I will be streaming next week. Either Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure yet, because I really, really want to play, but I will be controlling myself so that we can, you know, experience it together. Let's see here. I'm also currently working on a video on fantasy racism, which should be coming out sometime next week-ish, depending. I've been having some trouble finding the motivation to write lately. But for now, I'm just going to say this is the end of the stream. I am going to go get some ice cream. I really want some fucking ice cream right now. So thank you everyone who tuned in. I'm sorry for those who tuned in late and just didn't get to see much. But for now, I hope you all have a great weekend, and I hope you have a great Valentine's Day, and more importantly, I hope you have a great 50% off chocolate day on Sunday. Thank you all again, and have a great night. Bye guys.